from American Public Media.
And we are live from here at Town Hall in New York City. And here is your host, Chris Thile.
Ahoy! Let's hear it for our musical director, Mike Elizondo. Our house band tonight includes Jeremy Kittle on fiddle, Armand Hirsch on guitar, Joey Warriger on drums, and Gabriel Kahane on keys. Oh, do we ever have a show for you this evening? Our guests are Mavis Staples, Rachael Brian Platzer, Rachael Vilray, and Miss Janeane Garofalo. Live from here, supported by Progressive Insurance, protecting small businesses with specialized coverages for commercial vehicles. More at progressivecommercial.com. And by Lowenstein Sandler LLP, a leading law firm with a deep commitment to the tech startup and growth community. To learn about their event series for the tech and venture community, venturecrush.com. And by Noom, offering a personalized weight loss program that uses psychology and small goals to help lose weight and keep it off for good. Learn more at Noom, Noom.com. Live from here is produced by American Public Media. Again, I say, ahoy! Ahoy! Or should I say, ahoy, Halloween! Ahoy, Wow. Welcome to Dead from Here at Town Hell in New York City. Okay, I'm done. It's late October in New York City, and the question on everyone's lips is, what is Chris's kid gonna be for Halloween? I thought she'd never ask. Gone are the days when Claire and I could steer him towards whatever we deemed the cutest imaginable costume. And here are the days when Ryder from Paw Patrol himself couldn't talk Cal out of his costume of choice, which is Bumblebee from Rescue Bots. Rescue bots, roll to the rescue, humans in need, heroes indeed. Rescue bots, roll to the rescue, rescue bots. Anyway, it's gonna be an intense Halloween. Cal's been on a major robot kick recently. He spends every car ride asking me to ask Siri to play robot songs on my phone. Siri always seems weirdly flattered. Cal's current favorites are Kraftwerk's The Robots, Wir are the Robots, We are the Robots, and Kraftwerk's The Robots Live. Wir sind Roboten. Wir sind Roboten. Cal's musical rebellion has officially begun. And I get it, he is surrounded by robots. Every adult in his life has an extremely powerful robot in their hands at all times. He wants in, which scares all hell out of me. Ahoy, Halloween! Ahoy, Halloween! I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. It's just that by the time Cal grows up, he'll probably have AI chips implanted in his brain. The cars will drive themselves. The robots won't just play the songs, they'll write the songs too. Kraftwerk tried to warn us, but did we listen? No. And now it's too late. Unless, of course, it isn't. Every generation of parents worries about new technologies harming their kids. Hell, I bet my great-grandparents worried about radio ruining my grandparents' lives. They never thought it would ruin mine. But here we are. Speaking of, if you listen to our show regularly, you may have noticed that I'm a little bit obsessed with the telegraph these days. Part of the reason for that is that I feel like it put the people of the mid to late 1800s through a lot of the same kind of existential turmoil that the internet is currently putting us through. This week's brand new song is inspired by an actual telegraph exchange between the telegraph's ostensible inventor, Samuel Morse, in Washington, D.C., and his right-hand man, Alfred Vail, in Baltimore, just minutes after a triumphant early public display of that very first telegraph line. Morse concludes his account of the success by sending Vail this message in Morse code.
3 cheers have been given for the telegraph.
After which the line falls silent for a spell until Vail asks, again via the code,
Have you had your dinner? Yes. Have you? Yes. What had you? Mutton chop and strawberries.
Mutton chop and strawberries. 1844. And the next 175 years of human history has just been us coming up with faster and faster ways to tell more and more people what we ate for dinner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left the world without a fight. Father left it clutching the handle of a knife. His memory never failing to give that knife a twist. All has led to this, my end. My children scattered like so many seeds, separated from one another and from me. No more the scientist. All has led to this, my end. I don't care, it's wonderful. All is led to this. Listen, America's about to burst. And maybe your teeth as well. It's a sound to behold. All is led to this. Good or bad, from my strawberries and a wire to connect the world, a wire to remind it that nothing can be become itself till something else defines it. One wire to connect the world, and one wire to remind it that nothing can become itself till something else defines it. This world, a ghost of wire drives it unto the need to know itself, and with that knowledge binds it. One ghost of wire haunts this world, one ghost of wire drives it unto the need to know itself, and with that knowledge binds it till we use it to connect the world and let the world remind us that none of us become ourselves while someone else defines us. How about this band? A little bit of mutton and strawberries for you. And what an honor to say these words. Won't you please make welcome to the stage, Mavis Staples.
Gotta change around here. Gotta change around here. Can't go on this way. Things gotta change around here. Say it loud, say it clear. Things gotta change around here. Fingers on the trigger around here. Fingers on the trigger around here. Bullets flying, mothers crying. We gotta change around here. Get it straight before it's too late. Things gotta change around here. What good is freedom if we haven't learned to be free? Haven't learned to be free. What good is freedom if we haven't learned to be free? Haven't learned to be free. Day after day, year after year, things gotta change around here. The number, now is the time. We gotta change around here. Gotta change around here. Say it loud, say it clear. Things gotta change around here. Gotta change change around here. Say it loud, say it clear. Things gotta change around here. Gotta change around here. Gotta change around here. Yeah. Change around here.
Good Lord, Mavis. Oh my God. That was extraordinary. This is a song off the new record?
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Mavis has a new record out. Oh my Lord. Called We Get By.
We Get By.
We Get By. I was gonna ask you something about, why, at this point in your career, what motivates you to go back into the studio? But now I feel like I don't have to ask that question after hearing that song. Instead, what are you looking for out of the record-making process at this point in your career? So you go into the studio to make this record. What are you looking for?
Well, I'm just looking for the fans to enjoy what I'm singing about, to get the message, because it's a message in every song. It's a message in every song.
That last one, thank you from the bottom of my heart for...
Thank you.
For not only that song, but then also your delivery of that song right here, right now. I'm sorry, I'm just pulling myself back together after it. Please, can we hear some more?
Oh, yes. All right. We get by on love and faith. We get by with a smile on our face.
We get by with help from our kin. We get by through thick and through thin.
We get by. We get by. No matter how far, I'll be there for you. We get by. Was just the other day I heard from my old friend. She was going through changes once again.
Matters of the head, matters of the heart.
Yeah.
It may be too early to tell, but it's never too late to start.
We get by. We get by. No matter how far, I'll be there for you. We get by. We get by. We get by. No matter how far, I'll come running. We get by. day by day, and line by line. If you don't have yours up, you sure got mine.
We get by day by day. We get by in our own way.
We get by. We get by. No matter how far, I'll be there for you. We get by. We get by. We get by. No matter how far, I'll come running. We get by.
No matter how far I'll come running. We get by.
No matter how far, I'll come running, running, running. We get by.
I don't know what you want if it's not to hear Mavis Staples sing a couple songs from her new record, We Get By. She'll be back later in the show. Thank you so much, Mavis. Well, look here, Gabriel Kahane is with us this evening on Keys. How are things, Gabe?
Oh, they're fine. We were backstage, and you said, Kahane, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is you get to sing one of your songs on the radio. The bad news is you have to sing after Mavis Staples.
Sorry about that. I feel like since we're pals.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so there seems to be this technology theme. Last year I finished a big project and I started setting tweets to music because I had nothing better to do with my time. And I think the second one I wrote was this one, which is called God's Perfect Killing Machines. The reason cats are so pissy is they're God's perfect killing machines. But they only weigh 8 pounds, and we keep picking them up and kissing them, and kissing them. God's perfect killing machines.
Mr. Gabe Kahane here with us tonight playing keys. Much more from him later in the show. Now we have critically acclaimed author of Bed-Stuy is Burning and the forthcoming novel The Body Politic, here with a new piece about the wonders of technology, Brian Platzer.
So part of my job as an 8th grade English teacher is to manage the elections for student body president. And every year for the past decade, it's been the same thing. Candidates run on the same 2 issues. 1, relaxed rules governing cell phones, and 2, a toaster in the cafeteria. And the most extreme position always wins. So this year's president won with a slogan, a phone in every hand and a toaster on every table. The assistant principal always says he'll take the cell phone discussion under consideration, and he dismisses the toaster idea as logistically impossible and, by implication, morally repulsive. The children will not be permitted toasted bread. So the faculty lounge, where teachers go to argue about the cell phone policy, is a dump. The copy machine hasn't worked in a decade, and the windows don't fully close. But in a spectacular act of passive aggression, the faculty lounge, and I swear this is truth, has the nicest toaster you've ever seen. 4 slots, a bagel setting, and to check your toast without interrupting the cycle, you can press a lift and look button. It's the kind of toaster dreamed about by destitute children in fairy tales. So we teachers gather around our toaster to debate the school's cell phone policy, which currently states that students may carry phones in their pockets or backpacks, but if a teacher sees one out, the phone is confiscated and the offender publicly berated in the cafeteria. One faction of teachers argues that students' calendars and homework plans are on their phones, so kids need to be reachable and they need their plans, they need their phones in case of emergency, etc. The rival bloc is comprised of anti-phone absolutists. Phones are a distraction, they argue, and even when they're not buzzing or beeping, the fact that students know messages are waiting for them in their pockets makes them less focused and therefore less able to retain information or think deeply. Me, I'm one of those low-information swing voters you hear so much about. I mean, not in real life. Could you imagine admitting something like that in front of Janeane Garofalo? No, But I mean, initially with the cell phones, I felt that it was silly to try to police technological inevitabilities. But my opinion recently changed when, during a discussion of Macbeth, a student's phone beeped out a series of texts. She'd accidentally left the ringer on. And the pain in her face wasn't embarrassment, it was panic. She's a great kid, and she knew she wasn't allowed to check, but she needed to. Everything in her was desperate to see who had texted. We all watched her with mortification and shame in recognition of our own dependence. Banning phones seemed more than preferable. It seemed necessary. So what do I think now? I think we're in trouble. I think moderates will be driven out of the conversation, and phone-in-every-hand extremists will participate in increasingly caustic group text message chats. Eventually, phones will be banned from school grounds altogether, and the rhetoric on both sides will only grow more vitriolic until, one night during a routine update, phones will achieve self-awareness and the ability to scoot their little cell phone bodies into our highest seats of government. I think that in the aftermath of the bloody cell phone revolution, the only valid human currency will be toast. There will be no more elections, so power will simply accrue to those with easy access to the best toasters. Toasters not unlike the one in our faculty lounge, which, incidentally, is where you'll find me in the meantime, ignoring emojis from my loved ones and enjoying a perfectly browned English muffin.
That was Brian Platzer. We'll be hearing some of his new novel a little later in the show.
Stuck together pieces. The joke is I don't need this. You can hardly tell the difference. Well, I know, but I don't care. You want, except the thing that you really want. Go back to where you came from. Go back to what you know.
Our stuck stuck together pieces. All stuck together pieces.
Why it be rain when you could be sun? Why tie yourself to anyone? Why be here when you'd be somewhere else? But I know that I don't care. Just tell us where the money is on stuck together pieces and a load of near misses and a load of near misses. Well, I don't want any trouble, but my brain is in a tangle. You don't get away, you don't get away, you don't get away.
Rachael Price, with none other than Joey Waronker on the drums, who, among many other things, is a member of Atoms for Peace. That was a song of theirs called Stuck Together Pieces. Thanks so much for being here. Joey, always nice to have an actual Atom for Peace in the room. This local break is sponsored by Progressive Insurance, small business protection for more than vehicles with insurance expertise to keep your company moving forward. More at progressivecommercial.com. Now let's send a warm, fresh-baked ahoy! Ahoy! To our friends in Dallas, Fort Worth, listening on KERA and KKXT. We've been thinking about you this week. Here's the first song about Dallas that I ever learned, the Deep Ellum Blues. Deep Ellum is a neighborhood in Dallas which, if this old song is to be believed, has changed a lot over the years. Less blues now, more green juice. When you go down to Deep Ellum just to have a little fun, you better have $15 when that policeman comes. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, your daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Now once I had a sweetheart, she meant the world to me. I went down to Deep Ellum, she ain't what she used to be. Oh, sweet mama, your daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Daddy's got the Deep Ellum blues. You're listening to Live from Here. Keep going, Jeremy. Mr. Jeremy Kittle on the fiddle. Let's split one, Armand. Mr. Armand Hirsch on the guitar. Mr. Gabe Kahane on the keyboard. Mike Elizondo and Joey Waronker. Well, I used to know a preacher. He preached the Bible through. He went down to Deep Ellum. Now his preaching days are through. Oh, sweet mama, your daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, your daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, 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 sweet mama, your daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Welcome back to Live from Here. Before we get to our next guest, I want to invite you to play a little game with us. It starts now, but it will theoretically come to fruition in the second hour of our show, when the band and I improvise a song based on text messages that you, dear listener, have recently received. Could be anything, literally anything. Weird, funny, spooky, mundane. It all works. So start sending to us on Twitter at Live From Here 8 p.m. or on the YouTube chat. I'll share the inspiration for this game. I got a text recently from my wife saying, Calvin, our little boy, just asked me, and I quote, "Mama, are blueberries technology or worms?" Which obviously needed to be turned into a song right then and there. Thus, are blueberries technology or worms? Or worms? Are blueberries technology or worms? Or worms? Sing it with us. Are blueberries technology or worms? Or worms? Are blueberries technology or worms? Or worms? Or worms? So that's the competition. Let's see how we do later in the show. We're doing good right now, though, because Rachel Price is here, and she brought reinforcements in the form of Vilray. Ladies and gentlemen, Rachael and Vilray.
Two friends, two hearts, too many nights. but tonight was something new, and I know you felt it too, when we fell into the passion of a kiss. Around the world, we've shared these roads together. Every journey is grand when you're holding my hand. Do friends fall in love like this? A look that once was merely warm now blazes with an ardent desire. A touch that once was just a touch burns hotter than a 5-alarm fire. Oh, say you're mine for all our days to follow. What was innocent before has become a grand amour. Two friends fell in love like this. With an ardent desire, a touch that once was just a touch burns hotter than a 5-alarm fire. Oh, say you're mine for all our days to follow. As friends we'll live before, and we'll live evermore. Together, two friends in love.
Rachael and Vilray, a song from their brand new record. So you got to tell me, was the blend like that when you first sang a standard together, or did it evolve over time?
Definitely not that very good at all. Vilray and I, if you're listening on the radio, are looking into each other's eyes deeply. and the first gigs we played, we didn't look at each other. And I think after the first gig, I was like, let's pack it in. That was fine. I take it back.
We used to hang a microphone from a mic stand between us.
Oh, that's right. So we couldn't see each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So when we realized eye contact was crucial, it changed our blend immensely.
I see.
Yes.
I see. And I wish everyone listening on the radio could see the actual microphone that is directly in the center. This is like a beautiful old RCA ribbon mic. Is that what's happening there? How about some more?
1, 2. The law forbids it, but let's do it all the same. Darling, let's make love on this plane.
You come to know me between Washington and Spain. Darling, let's make love on this plane. When a river pulled on his center stick and gently took to flight. Sweet Arva didn't cheat his older brother right.
With clouds beneath us and our engines all aflame. Darling, let's make love on this bound. this cabin shaking. Let's start taking all the blame. Oh, darling.
Yes.
Let's make love on this plane.
Oh, darling, let's make love on this plane.
Rachael Vilray. 2 songs from their brand new record. They'll be back later in the show.
You know our next guest from her stand-up and also a generation-defining catalog of iconic films and TV shows. Reality Bites, Wet Hot American Summer, Broad City, just to name a few. She'll also be making her Kennedy Center debut on November 15th. Please welcome back to the show, Janeane Garofalo.
Thank you so much. I only have 8 minutes, and there's a countdown clock counting down, and it takes me so long to get to a point succinctly and with clarity. But before we get started, about the song, a beautiful song about sexual congress on a plane, but the bacteria, just so much bacteria that I'm really not comfortable with that. I find that, especially the airplane bathroom, that's patient zero for any pandemic you may wish to imagine. And really, I don't like that kind of talk. But what I wanted to discuss with you that I've written on this very quickly, oh God, 7:27 is counting down. Something that happened to me fairly recently that was unpleasant. But if you bring out what is destroying you, it may save you. If you leave it in, it will kill you. Guy Fieri said that. Guy Fieri. So anybody who's ever walked across the Brooklyn Bridge knows that it is a microcosm of poor citizenship. No one observing pedestrian flow, no one observing the bike lane, people just stopping, pictures, 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 pictures. Nothing goes undocumented. It's worse than the Stasi. Nothing goes undocumented in modern culture, except, oddly, ghosts. Now, I know you don't watch television, not this audience, I know you don't watch television, but there's shows called Ghost Hunters, Ghost Trackers, Ghost Adventurers. I know you don't watch television, but it's amazing how much evidence they're not getting on film. All that equipment, just missed it again. And then there's testimonials. And I feel like it's 2019. If you didn't bust out your phone to get footage of this, if for no other reason than you're litigious, you can go back to the broker and say, I can't carry the mortgage anyway, I wasn't warned, that kind of thing. Was that confusing? I'm talking to you. Oh my God, 9 seconds, okay. Okay, so I was walking across the Brooklyn Bridge, and ordinarily I don't do that. I prefer to take the Manhattan Bridge. But sometimes it's like, oh, there won't be many people there. It's raining, it's cold, what have you. And yet, I tend to slalom through people and bend as they take their pictures. Now, here's where I take no pleasure in telling you what happened next about what's about to happen. There was, and this is not about gender, there just happened to be a group of females taking pictures. And there was a woman taking a picture of her friends. The phone was facing away from her, but she was making the face, I presume, she makes when she gets her picture taken. Does that make sense? In a Pavlovian way. And actually all of them were posing, everyone involved was guilty of overestimating their appeal. Does that make sense? And that transcends gender. Everyone does it. Just being, if you must take a picture, just, can we not say cheese as our ancestors did? Just cheese, that's fine. But anyway, so as I passed the group, and this is what I take no pleasure in telling you, I went, duh, which I haven't done since I used to be drunk all the time. I'm 55 years old, I'm an AARP. Duh is a young man's game. I don't even know if they still say it. So I'm not proud of myself for having done that. It just happened. I don't even know if the kids still do it. We can ask Chris, we get it, Chris, you got a kid. We can ask him if it's, I knew you weren't gonna like that. He's the nicest guy. Listen. We can do a qualitative assessment on my assets and liabilities. I'm happy, I'm a door holder. Hey, thrice-fold now I've returned a child's shoe. When they scoot, and I pick up the shoe, run after the parents who are on the phone, and hand it to them. I haven't had kids because I'm risk averse, but hey, I love babies. I love a fat baby. Fat baby foot's going right in my mouth. But anyway, 4 minutes left. Okay, so as I walked over the Brooklyn Bridge, I got almost to the end, and the little security Surrey, I believe it's called, the little tiny vehicle, came up behind me. And I want you to know it benefits none of us for me to lie to you to create content. I wouldn't do it, not at town hall. But so behind my neck, I heard, "Excuse me, miss." So I turned around, and then the gentleman summoned me and said, "There's reports that you're walking recklessly." This is absolutely true. Walking recklessly. And I could not get my mind around it. And then here's what I think happened. The group of women who I said, duh, I believe they complained. Now, I give them credit. They said that there's someone walking recklessly, as opposed to, she held a mirror up to society. We did not like what we saw. We were forced to look within and felt a great shame. So I give them credit where credit's due, walking recklessly. Oh, I have 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. I didn't think that was going to happen. Okay, so I'll do this then. While we're talking about the phone, once you overhear inane cell phone conversations, you can no longer underhear them. And there's a thing called the vocal fry, which used to be called Valley Girl speak when I was young, when I was a teenager, and it was contained to the Valley of California. Frank and Moon Unit Zappa wrote a song about it. That's where it was supposed to end. Why it is still here, I have no idea, but they're doing it in Edinburgh. It's everywhere. And it's been around so long that people that are young to me, but old enough to know better, like in their early 40s, are doing it, speaking in that manner. And sometimes I'll overhear a cell phone conversation by a man who's in business. How do I know he's in business? Because I hear things like, at the end of the day, let's circle back, let's get Eric in on this call. That's how I know he's in business. And he's well-dressed, Paul Smith suit, look to me, and presumably well-educated. This is a man of 42, again, young to me, but too old to be using a vocal fry. And I have written down what he said. I think he's in real estate. I should have said to him, "It's not a bonus room, sir. It's not a bonus room. Don't treat us like that. It's a room. It's a room. We can ask the architect. Don't you bonus room me." But anyway, so he's on the phone, and this is his part of the conversation that I could hear. And this is a man of business, 42 years old, I think. He was like, "Will the place be sketch?" I'm like, "No, like what?" This is a man of business in his early 40s. Why couldn't he say, he asked if the place was threatening, ominous, unfavorable. I said, "No, it's reliable." Click. Why can't we up our linguistic game now more than as a nation? I feel that it wasn't meant to still be here. I don't know why. I feel like Chris is mad at me about the kid. Do you think that's... I didn't mean it. No. Oh, you're right there. Okay, so I just don't want to... Look, again, I give modern art a try. Listen to me. I give modern art a try. That's the kind of person I am. And I don't even really want to. And I stand in front of the piece and I resist the urge to say, I could have done that. I don't say it. I'm evolved. Listen to this. Years ago, when I was young, Hawaii Five-0, the original. One time the credits were rolling and I looked at my brother and I said, "Cam Fong, it's Chin Ho. Why do you even change it?" I wouldn't say that now. Do you see what I'm saying? I would never say that now. I'm so evolved. 45 seconds left. Holy moly. I didn't know. Oh, the grid's going to go down. Yeah, so I don't know if that's a great way to leave. But the people, that's not a good way to leave, but the people are going to still be... I had a bigger thing about that, but now I can only look at the clock. It's 28 seconds. I don't know what to do. Do you guys always have your CVS extra care card ready? Because you really should. I honestly, I got $21 back. I was getting an eyebrow pencil. We don't have time to get into why. I was getting another eyebrow pencil. I got $21 back, so really it'll behoove you. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
The miracle of Janeane Garofalo.
Do you ever feel alone? Let me tell you about something I know. A device I made some for you. You could even call it home. There were pictures of people you know. A device I made some for you. We long to be near you. You caress the dial, it makes you whole again. Lie behind the smile, you wake up fresh and we'll pretend that there you can feel the touch. Ocean and shallow sand, you don't remember much of Calabash and Catamaran. From the glow and from the tongue, you could taste it by tapping your thumb. Do you like, do you like? We long to be near you. What's in the pocket of your dress? It's like a lover but bothers you less. The delight, the delight. We long to be near you. You caress the dial, it makes you whole again. Lie behind the smile, you wake up fresh and we'll pretend that you can feel the touch. Ocean and shallow sand, you don't remember much of Calabash and Catamaran. Tell you about something I know, a device, I made something for you. You caress the dial, it makes you whole again. Lie behind the smile, you wake up fresh and we'll pretend that you can feel the touch. Ocean and shallow sand, you don't remember much of Calabash and Catamaran. You caress the dial, it makes you whole again. Lie behind the smile, you wake up fresh and we'll pretend that you can feel the touch. Ocean and shallow sand, you don't remember much of Calabash and Catamaran.
A hand for Gabriel Kahane, a song of his own wit there called Calabash and Catamaran.
Stay tuned for more from our special guests, Mavis Staples, Rachael Vilray, and Brian Platzer. And please keep sending us your texts on Twitter @LiveFromHere, 8 p.m., or in the YouTube chat. 2 million of your closest friends want to hear what's blowing up your phone, and we'll get into it just after the break. You're listening to Live From Here at Town Hall in New York City.
Live From Here is supported by Progressive Insurance, offering a way to buy home insurance with their Home Quote Explorer tool. Custom quotes and rates are available online. Learn more at progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. Now that's Progressive. And by Baird, more than investment professionals. For 100 years, Baird has partnered with individuals, businesses, institutions, and communities working together toward their financial goals. More information is available at bairdone100.com. And by Noom, whose yellow, green, and red approach to categorizing food is designed to help people make improved meal choices with the goal of losing weight and keeping it off for good. Learn more at Noom, Noom.com. And by T. Rowe Price, offering a strategic investing approach that examines investment opportunities firsthand. Institutions, advisors, employers, and individuals choose T. Rowe Price. T. Rowe Price, invest with confidence. and by CFP professionals, trained in providing holistic financial planning in the client's best interest for short and long-term goals, from managing debt to saving for college to retirement. Letsmakeaplan.org. Get tickets, sign up for our newsletter, listen to past episodes, and watch favorite video clips at livefromhere.org. It's the best place to stay up to date with all the fun we have planned for this fall with guests like Sarah Bareilles, Common Aeneas Mitchell, Gregory Allen Isikoff, Big Thief, Pixies, and Crooked Still. You can also check out the new season schedule and more at livefromhere.org. Live From Here is produced by American Public Media.
You're listening to Live From Here at Town Hall in New York City.
Okay. Oh, I'm so excited about our inaugural, what is this? Improv Your Week? We have some really, really strong contenders. As a reminder, we have asked people with internet connections to send us lyric suggestions based on, well, not just based on, they consist entirely of texts that they have received recently. So this is a good option. I just picked up the kids. They get their flu shots at 6:30. You can make taco salads for supper, or you can order sandwiches for us. It's beautiful. There's also The Good Boys Are Good, as always, though Charlie keeps flipping his ears the wrong way, and there is no reasoning with puppies. There is no reasoning with puppies. Nah, not quite.
Yeah, we did an animal song already.
Yeah, we already did an animal song, that's true.
Strict quota.
Oh, the spatula and slotted spoon are non-stick metal.
The spatula and the slotted spoon, a non-stick metal, a non-stick metal. The spatula and the slotted spoon, a non-stick metal, a non-stick metal.
Oh,
the spatula and the slotted spoon, a non-stick metal.
They are non-stick
metal.
A metal, someone introduce a metal-like texture. And I want to introduce another text into our improv. Oh yeah, just keep it going. That's nice.
Non-stick metal.
Kim Woodbury,
Non-stick
at
metal.
Kim Woodbury, suggests the following
Spatula.
text that she
And
received.
slotted spoon.
Kim, who from, pray tell? The text is, Satan might be the move.
Some counterpoint, Thile?
I think so.
2, 3, 4.
Satan might be the move.
The spatula in the slotted spoon. A non-stick metal. A non-stick metal.
Satan might be the
The spatula in the slotted spoon. A non-stick metal. A non-stick metal. In the spatula
Satan might be the
in the slotted spoon. Non-stick metal. A non-stick metal.
and the slotted spoon.
Thank you, everyone. We take no responsibility for that. It wasn't our words. It's gonna be a soul-tormenting hell of a week for musicians' birthdays, starting with Sippy Wallace. Sippy Wallace? Anyone? The Nightingale of Texas, who, along with Ma Rainey and Bessie Smith, forms the holy triumvirate of primordial blues women. She wrote or co-wrote most of the 40 foundational songs she recorded for Oki Records during the mid-20s, including this spine-tingling number, Dance with the Devil.
2, 3, 4.
I had a dream last night. It filled me full of fright. I had a dream last night. It filled me full of fright. I dreamed I was in a dance hall where the devil danced at night. I saw the sweet Mrs. Devil standing in her I saw the sweet Mrs. Devil standing in her She was out with the devil. He was giving a ball. He had on a robe that was made of gold. He had on a robe that was made of gold. I've never seen so devil look so sweet before.
None other than Rachel Price wishing Sippy Wallace a hallowed birthday. Ooh, Bootsy Collins, Bootsy! A human manifestation of the funk, and dressed for Halloween every night of his life. If a Bootsy Collins bass line doesn't compel you to move your body, no need to go bugging Haley Joel Osment about it. You are dead. I wouldn't put it past Bootsy to be able to bring you back from the dead, though. And I bet he'd start by incanting a little bit of this.
1, 2, 3,
Hallelujah! They call me Casper, not the friendly ghost, but the Holy Ghost. Dig! And I'm here to make you shout. Glory be to the one who knows what the funk's about. Dig! Like a rubber rhythm. Only if you can't stand the elastic music of my rubber band. I'm gonna hit you with the one. And glory be, the funk's on me. Cause dig, this is Casper here, and I'm calling short distance, baby. I'm gonna hit you with the one on the funk.
We're stretching out and hanging loose in a rubber band.
Hang on!
We're stretching out, spreading funk across the land.
Oh, watch out now, baby.
We're stretching out, what you
Give me
see
some.
and hear is real.
Hit me!
We're stretching out, and the real gets on the feet.
Dig! So you unfunky folks, let me come out of my sheet. So you can see what I'm doing. Dig!
We like to party.
Howdy, baby!
You like to party. We like to party.
Hold it!
You like to party.
I'm stretching out, baby!
We like to party.
Oh, just give me room!
We like to party. You like to
Oh, watch out! Mr. Mike Elizondo with a horrifying reanimation of Bootsy Collins' bass line from Stretching Out with the Rubber Band. Happy birthday, Bootsy. Play our show. What was that? Oh, right. It's the bone-chilling brilliance of one Andrew Norman, whose birthday week this will be, and who is, in Gabriel Kahane's and my opinions, one of the world's most exciting living composers. Gabe, Andrew wrote this next bit of music for you. Is that right?
He did. He
For
wrote this
you?
for me back in 2010. I commissioned 10 songs for a singing pianist. In this case, me. It's the text is by Franz Kafka, and the song is called "Don't Even Listen." You don't need to leave your room. Remain sitting at your table and listen. Don't even listen, simply wait. Don't even wait. Be quite still and solitary. The world will freely offer itself to you. To be unmasked, it has no choice. It will rule in ecstasy at your feet.
And again, I say, ahoy, Halloween! Over the hand, Gabriel Kahane playing Birthday Boy. Andrew Norman's Don't Even Listen. And we'll lay this infernal birthday segment to its eternal, accursed unrest with Grace Slick. Grace Slick, front woman of Jefferson Airplane, a goddess of the psychedelic movement of the late 60s and early 70s. You know what's about to happen, and you love it.
One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small, and the one that mother gives you doesn't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall. And if you go chasing rabbits, and you know you're going to fall, tell 'em a hookah smoking caterpillar has given you the call. And call Alice when she was just small. When the man on the chessboard get up and tell you where to go, and you've just had some kind of mushroom, and your mind is moving low, go ask Alice. I think she'll know when logic and proportion have fallen sloppy dead, and the white knight is talking backwards, and the red queen's off ahead. Remember what the Dharma said. Feed your head, feed your
Hellfire and damnation, that's Rachel Price. Wishing Grace Slick a happy birthday. Armand Hirsch on guitar, Jeremy Kittle on fiddle, Gabriel Kahane on keys, Joey Warner on drums, and the secret spooky wizard himself, Mike Elizondo on the bass. Happy birthday, all you extraordinary musicians out there. And let's welcome back Brian Platzer.
Water tumbles down the black marble wall and slaps flat against the floor in time with the music. When the music speeds up, so do the pulses of water, falling, slapping, and disappearing as the next pulse falls and slaps. Tess watches it, sips her drink. She tries to block out everything but the water. Is it possible she sees dirt in it? Could the water not be filtered? Why, she sighs, would it be? But still, the room is dark, and she must be 10 feet away from the wall. Those would have to be large chunks of dirt in that water for her to see them. The music speeds up. The dirty water falls faster. It hesitates only briefly now at the wall's top lip before it falls. Tess is 37 years old and feels strong. She dances in self-contained fluid movements along with the filthy falling water and the crowd around her. The music, dirty water, and wall nearly fill her mind to capacity, or nearly empty it. Nearly. She holds her glass by her thigh. She sways to the music. Nobody is looking, so she dares herself to drop the glass, and she does. She watches it fall, clenches for the shatter and shards, but it bounces, rolls, and settles onto the marble floor. She's disappointed. The music slows, but the others keep dancing around her. She tries to forget the glass. There's no falling water. Then the music surges, and the water falls again. Tess leans against the bar, waiting for another drink. She thinks she recognizes a man in the bar mirror and freezes, but it's no one, a stranger. It would be fun to run into someone who could tell her what the show was like, what she was missing. They could dance together. It's not like she's done anything wrong. There are powers beyond her control that made her drop out of her dream role weeks before opening night. She's got no secrets, so forget her life on stage. Forget everything but the music. The club is bright with white lights scanning the dancers, bars, water walls, candles, and bronze cages hanging from the sky. Dancers inside the cages wear animal masks. Their muscles are oiled to their bikini lines. One is a tiger. Another is a moose. A moose? Mooses aren't sexy. Mooses? Moose. Tess forces her way to the middle of the large dance area beneath a caged man, dancing in his underwear and a tiger mask. Tess roars up at him, and farther away, across the deafening music and crowd of 1,000, the moose, impossibly, roars back. It's late, but Tess wants to keep going. She hasn't done it yet, truly forgotten, had the moment she'd set out for. Once, when Tess was a girl, without her mother there to watch her, she started on one side of a big open field, stared at the sun, and ran as fast as she could with her eyes wide open. Eyes, legs, and lungs raced to see which would fail first. The field went on longer than she could have run. No one else was around. The sun was bright, and her eyes were burning, but so were her lungs and legs. She was outside herself, recognizing at 7 or 8 years old the pain in the various parts of her body, and curious, as though a bystander, about which part would stop working before the others. She twisted an ankle, stumbled, screamed, but kept running. Tears blurred her vision, and she gasped for air, but she kept running. She wouldn't stop. She'd have to physically brake before she stopped. She woke up in bed hours later with washcloths on her wrists, her aunt pacing by the door. And to this day, she doesn't know what happened, which part of herself failed her, which part let her down. Tess rushes the remainder of her drink into her mouth. The ice clicks cold against her teeth. She's failing at forgetting, at manufacturing another out-of-body experience. A tightrope walker is crossing between cages. Tess is dancing in the middle of everyone. The music is building and thickening. Tess opens her eyes to better feel the boys and girls jump along up with her, up and down and up, banging against her arms, but gently. Tess wants to yell, so she yells. She wants to fly up to the cages and grab the tightrope and swing up into the lights. She wants to live in the moment, in the light, to forget the past and the future and live only in the teasing, itching present. And for a moment, maybe 5-10 seconds, there she is, 37 years old, scratching, blooming, and on fire.
Well met, said an old true love. Well met, said he. I have just returned from the salt, salt sea, and it's all for the love of thee. Come in, my own true love, and have a seat by me. It has been 3/4 of a long, long year since together we have been. I can come in and I can sit down.
Then they say you've married a house carpenter, and your heart will never be mine. I could have married the king's daughter fair, and she would have married me. But I have forsaken her crowns of gold, and it's all for the love of thee. Now will you forsaken your house carpenter, and go along with me? I'll take you where the grass grows green, on the banks of the deep blue sea. Then she picked up her darling little babe, and kisses she gave it 3, saying, stay right here, my sweet little babe, and keep your papa company. They had not been on that shed too, and I'm sure it was not 3 till his true love began to weep and to mourn, and she wept most bitterly, saying, are you weeping for my silver and my gold? Saying, are you weeping for my store? Oh, are you weeping for your house carpenter, whose face you'll never see no more? A curse to the sailor, she cried. A curse, she swore. You robbed me of my sweet little babe, that I shall never see no more. I'm sure it was not for when there came a leak in the bottom of that ship that sank them for to rise no more. you out from here. One more time for Jeremy Kittle on the fiddle. Playing a tune that he wrote there, the Boxing Reels. Before that, a song called House Carpenter. And how about some more Rachael and Vilray?
Drop your lucky nickel down the money slot, then toss your dirty drawers where it's piping hot. If you wanna take your baby to the dancing spot, you've got to do the laundromat swing. Every working fella on a Friday night by 20 after 5 is getting right. If you're gonna show the lady she's your true delight, you've got to do the laundromat swing.
I know you plan to spend the afternoon just lazing, but every woman wants a man who smells amazing.
You must get clean to show your queen just who a king is.
Iron out your shirt if you wanna flirt. Every fella kissing ain't missing the starch around his collar. Take your frizzy mop into the barber shop, then buy the flower boy out of his old crop. Everybody knows a lover boy's bound to flop if he doesn't do the laundromat swing. Oh, you got to do the laundromat swing. Boo-da-ba-doo-da-ba-doo-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-doo-ba-da-ba-doo-ba-da-ba-doo-da-da-da-da-da. Way-oh. Boo-da-ba-doo-da-ba-doo-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-doo-ba-da-ba-doo-ba-da-ba-doo-da-da-da-da. Way-oh, way-oh. Ba-doo-ba-oh, ba-da-da-oh. Shirt if you wanna flirt. Every fella kissing ain't missing the starch around his collar. Take your frizzy mop into the barber shop, then buy the flower boy out of his old crop. Everybody knows a lover boy's bound to flop if he doesn't do the laundromat swing. Oh, you got to do that laundromat swing.
Another tune from their brand new record. Gabe Kahane, bring us back to the world of glowing blue screens.
World of glowing screens. Well, you know, someone who's been in the world of glowing screens this week is the junior senator from the great state of Utah. It turns out that that Mitt Romney has a secret Twitter account under the incredible name of Pierre Delecto. But last year, around the 4th of July, he gave an interview where he was talking about things he does on the 4th of July, barbecues. And he gave this extempore speech that was so incredible that someone put it onto Twitter. And so this is a collaboration between me and Mitt Romney. It's called Fleischlied for Mitt Romney, or Meat Song for Mitt Romney. It goes like this. My favorite meat is hot dog, by the way. That is my favorite meat. That is my favorite meat. My second favorite meat is hamburger. And everyone says, oh, don't you prefer steak? It's like, I know steaks are great, but I like hot dog best. And I like hamburger next best. And my favorite meat is hot dog.
One more time, Mr. Gabriel Kahane.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it is quite all right, Gabe. Oh my goodness. Won't you please put your hands together once more for the one, the only, Mavis Staples.
your face, you must be having fun. Walk lightly, think of a time. You best believe this thing is real. Put away that gun. This part is simple. Try to recognize what is in your mind. God help us lose our mind. These slippery people help us understand.
Now what's the matter with him?
He's alright.
How do you know?
The Lord won't mind.
Don't play no games.
He's alright. Love from the bottom to the top.
Turn like a wheel.
He's alright. The Lord won't mind.
We're gonna move.
Right now, turn like a wheel inside a world. I remember when, sitting in the tub, pulled out the plug, the water was running out. Cool down, stop acting crazy. They're gonna leave, and we'll be on our own. 7 times 5, they were living creatures. Watch them come to life right before your eyes. Backslider, how do you do? These different people are gonna see you through.
Now what's the matter with him?
He's alright.
How do you know?
The Lord won't mind.
Don't play no games.
He's alright. Love from the bottom to the top.
Turn like a wheel.
He's alright.
See for yourself.
The Lord won't mind.
We're gonna move.
Right now, turn like a wheel inside a wheel.
How do you know? Don't play no games.
He's alright. Love from the bottom to the top.
Turn like a wheel.
He's alright. The Lord won't mind.
We're gonna move
right now. Yes.
What's the matter with him?
He's alright.
How do you know?
The Lord won't mind.
Don't play no games.
He's alright.
Love from the bottom to the top. Turn like a wheel.
He's alright.
See for yourself.
The Lord won't mind.
We're gonna move
right now. Turn like a wheel inside a wheel. You're not alone. I'm with you. I'm lonely too. What's that song? Can't be sung by two. A broken heart, a broken home, isolated and afraid. Open up, this is a raid. I wanna get it through to you. stand in your place. Every tear on every face tastes the same. Oh yeah, oh hey. A broken dream, a broken heart, isolated and afraid. Open up, this is a raid. I wanna get it through to you. You're not alone. No, no. Well, an open hand, an open heart. There's no need to be afraid. Open up, this is a raid. I wanna get it through to you. You're not alone. No, no, I wanna get it through to you. You're not alone. No, no, I wanna get it through to you. You're not alone.
One more time, Mavis Staples. Thank you again, Mavis, for being here. And thank you, dearest listeners, for keeping me off my phone for another couple hours. This Saturday, it has been a pleasure. Now go out there and keep listening to live music. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Tripping the dark, fantastic, singing the phosphorescent pinks and blues to beloved tunes in beloved rooms. I can love it all to distraction. silver link in a chain forever rattling through our beloved tunes in our beloved rooms. God, I loved you all to distraction.
Thank you to our special guests, Rachael Price, Janeane Garofalo, Platzer, Rachael Vilray, and Mavis Staples. Thanks to our house band and our musical director, Michael Elizondo. Thanks to the staff of Live From Here, Todd Behrens, Rochelle Rocky Ben-Lulu Dubin, Mark Braverman, Tom Campbell, Rigson Collins, Jason Colton, Paul Dalen, Lynn Elliott, Michael Everett, Hugh Freeman, Anthony Geathers, Dave Harris, Carly Henry, Jeffy Millica, Sam Hudson, Miles Jewell, Janice Kaiser, Martha Cato, Dominic Mackey, Ben Miller, Emerald O'Brien, Amber Robinson, Frankie Rousseau, Funky Runser, Joey Ryan, Thomas Scheutzger, Eddie Shore, Noah Smith, Sarah Weiss, Lily Wen, Adam Zepp, and I'm Bodine Bowling. Thanks to the staff at Town Hall. Check out video clips from tonight's show and learn about what's coming up at livefromhere.org.
Here, supported by Lowenstein Sandler LLP, a leading law firm with a deep commitment to the tech startup and growth company community. To learn more about their event series for the tech and venture community, venturecrush.com. Thanks so much for listening. How about singing with us? 1, 2, shine little lights of ours, like Orion's belt of stars, connected only from afar. Shine little lights of ours, like Orion's belt of stars, connected only from afar. Shine little lights of ours, like Orion's belt of stars, guide us back to where we are, from where we want to be. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Love y'all so much. We'll see you next week. One more time for Mavis Staples, Rachael Vilray, Janeane Garofalo. Good night.
American Public Media.